Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. You know, when I heard Easy Car Trade was coming to the studio, Joe, I sort of was thinking classic cars. You see a lot of trading available when you look online, but that wasn't really your primary market when you started the site, was it?
No, it wasn't. We're looking to help people find cars, any type of car, minivans, classics, newer cars, any type of car that you can't afford to buy, and find someone who's willing to trade with you for a car, you know, of equal value or whatever. You guys work out your own deal. You know, that was our main idea.
And how did things, you know, that are going with the economy and things in the world right now are pretty crazy, especially when it comes to used car prices. So how'd that factor into your decision to start this site?
Well, we thought since, you know, with all this COVID going on and prices of cars going up, harder to get cars, inventories are down, we thought it would help people find cars without spending a lot of money, because I know it's really hard nowadays.
And it's something that comes to mind. I wish you were here 5 years ago, because I had a pickup truck and it was just the single bench seat. We had a second child and I needed something with 4 doors so we can transport the kids.
That's exactly what we were thinking. Someone who has a pickup truck that no longer needs one, maybe needs a minivan, and someone's willing to trade a pickup for a minivan, it'd help you out. It's an easy way to switch a car that you need at the time.
In the old days, you know, a couple of years ago, you had to look at a certain newspaper or you had to look on certain websites, and it was really tough to find somebody that would have the exact trade. I'd always laugh, you know, someone has a really obscure vehicle and they're offering up a trade, and it was kind of a hit and miss thing. And so what have you guys done to make that more focused?
What we're doing here is we're trying to make it easier. It's a more one-on-one situation where you can get on our site, find the car you want, and actually speak with that person one-on-one. It kind of personalizes it, kind of matchmaking site for car people.
And another way to keep those folks safe is the way they communicate with each other. You're not getting somebody's phone number right off the bat, are you?
No. Basically, sending someone a message. If they're willing to talk to you, they'll message you back, and then you can go on and make your own deal, your own trade. Whatever happens is on you guys, yes.
All right, thanks, Joe. And the other part of the operation is Anthony. Now, Anthony, what am I going to see when I go to the Easy Car Trade website?
We're going to see a lot of nice cars. I'm going to tell you that from the start.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, anybody can go on, check it out. It's free to look around the site, click on any of the cars and get their information.
Okay, so you're not like jumping in blindly, hoping there's a car out there for you. You can look and see if there's something you're trying to target.
Yeah, you can do many searches on our site and really dive in.
What kind of information am I going to see right off the bat on all these cars?
Oh, well, you're going to see the makes, models, and you click on there, you're going to see their description box as well. You're going to see that if it is tradable or not. That's the most important drop-down box there. So you'll know right off the bat when you're looking at that, any of the cars, if it's tradable or they're just selling you.
And I'm getting all that information off the bat. I don't need the membership to get extra information.
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. So you guys are very transparent as far as that goes.
Yes.
And then how can I personalize it just for me? What kind of settings do you have?
Well, if you do list the car, and once you list the car, it gives you a dashboard, your own personal dashboard. That's what makes the site personable. You can customize your email notifications, who you follow. We have what you can follow me as a friend as well. You can follow people. So if I go and list a car, you're getting first notification of what I'm listing. So you kind of get first dibs on what I'm selling or what I'm trading.
And if I know you have really high quality cars and you take good care of your vehicles, I'm going to want to follow you.
Right.
Perfect. What about dealers? I know there's some dealers on the site. It gives you an extra option, doesn't it?
Yes. With the dealers come in, you know, dealers again going to get live people, live cars. Whoever contacts the dealers, you're getting the customer. You're not getting a third party. You're not getting a lead that leads to nowhere. You're getting an actual person reaching out.
And they're really interested in your vehicle.
Right.
So that gives you the option, of course, trading is what you're established on. But if they're interested in actually buying the vehicle, or you can buy one from them as well, is that
right? Let's say a lot of people are getting out of their classic cars and they get a little old. They can't work on the cars anymore. You can also trade that in. It gives the dealers option to pull in classic car trades as well. So
opens up a whole new world.
Exactly.
And I notice you have some resources when I'm getting a car on a trade. There's a lot of things you have to figure out how you're going to get it, how you're going to finance, if you buy one and that sort of thing. So what kind of resources do you have there?
Well, on the footer of the page, we have our resources. We partnered right now with one of the largest transportation companies right now. So if you do need to transport it from Los Angeles to Florida, you can find them right on our site. We have escrow companies, we have title companies. there's just many resources on there, what you need.
I love Easy Car Trade because they do exactly what their name says. They make everything easy. You can find them at easycartrade.com. They find the match, you make the trade. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, so don't go anywhere.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. And by Anderson Hitches. Improve your journey from point A to point B with Anderson Hitches premier towing products.
Here at Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, we love to bring you the latest and the greatest in technology, and we have it sitting right here in Detail Juice, Gary. You have taken the mystery out of car care products and simplified it. How so?
Well, I created a couple of different options to go from one simple solution to a few of them, and I started out with that as my initial mission from the beginning 12 years ago when I created DetailJuice.com, and our original product was the Infinite Use Detail Juice. It is still our current highest selling product because, well, it just works so well. It's incredibly concentrated, and you can use it inside, outside your car, auto, boat, RV, motorcycle. It doesn't even matter. It works on everything, and you can get it, well, at DetailJuice.com.
And this is a concentrate we're looking at.
Yes, very much a concentrate. And that's one thing that we do, in my opinion, better than the bigger companies. We are providing you with more concentrates because I'm all about not shipping water. And I assume what you're doing now is showing them what it takes to make a full gallon. This is a gallon size container. This 2.5 ounces he just made makes a full gallon of ready-to-use waterless wash, spray wax, detail spray. I mean, a plethora of many uses which are listed on the bottle, but mainly clay bar lubricant and detail spray. If you're only using that stuff for those two things alone, there is considerable value there. The cool part is it doesn't stop there. The protection it leaves behind from a wash will give you a solid 30 days worth of protection. So if you're washing your vehicle with that once every 30 days, you don't need anything else. You don't have to put anything else on it. The polymers in there protect very well for 30 days. Great UVA and UVB inhibitors for inside and outside, like I mentioned before.
And it's a complete product, but you can even take it up a step with your other line of products. So tell me what you got over here. Also concentrates, by the way. So what you're looking at here is going to make a whole lot of product from what you buy.
Whole lot of product. That's what I'm all about. It makes me happy just to say it. But we go from a very universal product that's incredibly concentrated, and we'll do everything in one, and then we kind of branch out into how do I make that simplicity better but still be simple, and that's what I've created here. So we've got 3 products that will allow you to do a more thorough clean inside and out with the antimicrobial everything cleaner. It will also allow you to prep and prime for the application of the exterior protection or interior protection of the Forever Rinseless, or if you're doing tires and trim, it'll help it to bond to the tire and trim better than without having the cleaner used and just applying it by itself.
Quickly, let's talk about the tough tire gel. You put that on first so it could dwell a little bit while we're working on other aspects of the car. How does it work and how easy is it to apply?
So it's very easy to apply. You literally just wipe it on with a microfiber applicator. We have kits on DetailJuice.com that have everything that you need, so you don't have to worry about that as well. So as far as the application goes, like I said, I recommend that you apply the Amac to the tire to clean it prior to wiping this on, but it has a penetrant in it, and the way that it works is after the tire is clean, you put a good uniform coat on initially, and that's your priming coat. This will actually soak into the rubber and not only hydrate it and help some of the dry rot if you have any, but it will also help to prevent it from becoming dry rotted and dry and that kind of thing. It'll help the rubber to retain its elasticity, but you put that priming coat on, you wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then the next coat is when it starts to really start functioning as a tire dressing per se, where you can start to tune it to the shine that you want. If you want the darkening effect and you want a slight sheen, which is what most of my customers prefer, you would put on that priming coat and then one additional coat and you're done.
And it's not just for tires, Gary.
No, it's not at all. In fact, I love it on tires, and that was what it was developed for. Then we did further development and really tested it in the hot Florida sun and the rain and all of our elements on trim. I started getting really good traction from people on the product for tires because it's layerable and all the things we talked about. The Tough Tire Gel is a two-step process, whether you use it on tires or trim. You'll clean it with the Amec, that will prep and prime, and then you apply the Tough Tire Gel to the trim or the tire. You let it sit, put a second coat on, and you're good to go.
And what do I want to use the Forever Rinseless for?
Well, the Forever Rinseless works very much like Infinite Use Detail Juice. The only real difference is it has more of the good stuff in it. So instead of using basic polymers to achieve the slickness, the gloss, and the protection, we have upgraded it to an acrylic, which is a top-of-the-line polymer. It has other stuff in it that will add UV protection that's a little bit better than the Infinite Use Detail Juice. You just get a better experience. You do get more gloss, more slickness, and much better protection inside and out. So anything you use it on, this is going to protect better. You're going to get more than just initial gratification. You get more long-term benefits from having this entire lineup, specifically the Forever Rinseless.
Gary, you've made it simple. Your slogan is Detailing Simplicity Reimagined, and that's truly what he's done here. You can find it at detailjuice.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, so keep it right here.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, coming to you from Dragonfire Tools Studio.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. If you're getting replacement headlights, there's a lot of them out there, and a lot of them fit the OEM specs, and those are kind of run-of-the-mill lights here. But a Unique Style Racing, Eric, you guys are not run-of-the-mill. How are your lights different than the others that are out there?
Our lights stand out from the rest because we have a concept that we try to keep the lighting packages very OEM-like. We want to make sure that your vehicle is able to retain the ability to say, hey, I'm a BMW. Unfortunately, a lot of the competitors right now are providing you lights that you clearly, after installation, see don't belong in that vehicle. Our job here is to try to hopefully provide you an alternative to when people look at your car, they know it's a BMW, they know it's a Toyota, they know it's a Chevy. We want to give respect and pay its dues to the makers of the vehicle and our enthusiasts.
Just wanted to mention that you guys take care of everything around the vehicle. You've got reflectors, marker lights as well, and I know that the front turn signals come in orange on most vehicles. You guys offer a clear and a smoked, all DOT approved and all geared to make the car look great. Marshall, you guys are a small shop in Southern California, but that doesn't mean that you're a fly-by-night operation. What kind of components are in these lights?
So on these lights, we tend to use Phillips and Osram chips, which are really high-quality performance parts that are used even on OEM headlights. So they're really well known. That's why the output, as you can see, is really bright. The lumen on these for the daytime running lights is 900, which that's a little bit brighter than your standard ones. Your standard ones tend to be from 600 to 700, so 900, it gives you a really awesome bright look that everyone loves. So your low beams are 1200 and high beam is 1800 lumen, which that's kind of more of the factory standard because as we mentioned before, these are DOT SAE certified, and you need to go through all those regulations to make sure it's street legal and you're not blinding people and you're not getting blinded also when you're driving.
Makes sense, makes sense. So you can see and be seen even better than with the OE lights.
Exactly.
And what about installation?
Installation is really easy. It's plug and play. Since this car actually comes with factory halogen and we upgraded to LED, it does come with some side resistors that you just zip tie to the side. But regardless, besides that, you don't have to tap, you don't got to splice no wiring. Your harness, you just plug it in directly to the headlight and you're good to go.
With Unique Style Racing, you can see and be seen, and oh, by the way, you can be seen looking even cooler than with an OEM headlight. Find them at UniqueStyleRacingStore.com. Now, no doubt you've seen cab lights on the road on a semi-truck, maybe a big pickup truck rolling down the highway. Well, until now, putting those lights on your truck means drilling a whole bunch of holes. Those holes can lead to rust and corrosion, mold and mildew on the inside of the vehicle, but not anymore, thanks to Cab Over America. This is the first solar light out there that saves you time and money, saves you from drilling all those holes, saves you from all those issues. These solar lights are super bright. They have a lithium-ion battery inside. It gives you a ton of run time, and with Cab Over America, you have 3 choices of lens color here. You have the amber, you have the gray, and you have the clear. They all look fantastic, and I bet you're wondering how they stick if you're not drilling any holes. Well, they use 3M tape. It's not just any double-sided tape. This is the kind of stuff they use in RVs, in automobile construction, and they're waterproof. They're going to hold up for a long, long time. If you get a kit from Cab Over America, the clearance light kit includes 5 solar-powered cab clearance lights, the amber, the smoked, or the clear lens options, of course, a custom cloth measuring tape so you can space them out correctly on your roof, 4 3M sticky pads to place that measuring tape, and some black and chrome remote key fobs. You can turn them on and off from inside the cab whenever you need to do that. Once again, these look great, but it's not just about style, it's about safety. It's about being seen out there on the road. Installing these couldn't be easier. You just stick them on. Not like the old days where you had to drill a bunch of holes and run a bunch of wires. You can find these lights at caboveramerica.com. They're going to make your truck look great, and they're going to make you a whole lot safer when you're out on the road. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. We'll keep a light on for you.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radio since 1977. Side-by-Side Extreme, filling the gap in the side-by-side accessories market. Air-safe hitches, covering all of your trailer towing needs. And by Battery Barracks, keep them safe, keep them charged.
Well, here at Motorhead Garage, we are lucky to have a couple of lifts. We've got a 4-post on the other side and this 2-post lift. They enable us to get the vehicles up in the air and work underneath. You don't always have that luxury. You're at home. Of course, you're working maybe in the garage or out in the yard or something like that. It's hard to get under the vehicle. You need the clearance, so Magic Creeper is the perfect thing for that. It doesn't use wheels, so it's right down on the ground, and you have all kinds of clearance underneath the vehicle. Also, with a traditional creeper you might want to use to get under the vehicle, well, guess what? Wheels are not going to roll on gravel. They're not going to roll in your yard. Chances are in your garage, you're going to be running over tools and that sort of thing, and you're not going to be able to roll around smoothly on a traditional creeper. Not to mention the fact that the casters on those things take up 4 or 5 inches. It's going to push you real close to the vehicle, and you're not going to have the space underneath. And the Magic Creeper rolls over all kinds of terrain, rolls over tree roots, rolls over grass, even over tools. If you've got tools laying on the ground, Magic Creeper, you won't even notice if you're using that to get underneath your vehicle. The Magic Creeper is as maneuverable as any other creeper. You can move from side to side. You can move back and forth under the vehicle. And as a bonus, the Magic Creeper gets dirty and you don't. The Magic Creeper stays on the surface, so if it's wet or if it's dirty, it's going to take the brunt of that, and it's easy to clean when you are done. There is only one place to get the original Magic Creeper, and that's at magiccreeper.com. Do not accept any imitations, and oh, by the way, it makes a great gift. Brian Hansen is the lead engineer at Tribotex, and he gets a lot of emails. I got a chance to look through them, Brian, and I picked out some of the most popular emails you get. And the first one is a question that I ask anytime I'm going to put anything near my vehicle. Is it safe for my vehicle?
It's safe for all vehicles. Doesn't matter if you have a performance car, an off-roader, or a daily driver, this thing is safe in any engine. Took us many years to develop it and make sure that it will be safe in any engine now and in the future.
Even my old classic car?
Your old classic car is going to love it. They removed lead from the fuel. That was a good lubricant. We've used zincs and such. This nanoparticle is superior to that technology, and it's a non-toxic, so you don't have to worry about its environmental impact.
I know a lot of new cars, you know, oil weights have changed a lot. It used to be just throw whatever oil you want in the car, and now new cars are so particular about what they need. So does it work with the brand new cars as well?
Yes, one of the best things about Tribotex is that it is a small amount of particles that are a lot of particles in a very small tube. So we do not change the behavior of your oil. It doesn't matter if you use Tribotex with synthetic or conventional oils. We do not manipulate the oil, we just use it as a carrier for our nanoparticles.
And another question that gets asked a lot, how long does Tribotex last? One dose, I guess, you put in your car.
Tribotex is terrible for us, but great for the people because it ends up lasting in your engine for over 40,000 miles. We recommend it maybe once every year, but really you can go a couple years without needing another application.
How do I know this isn't some snake oil I'm going to put in my car? What is going to indicate to me right away that it's working?
A lot of people in about 15 minutes of running will notice that their engine will get smoother, quieter, and in time you will see a performance increase because of the combustion efficiencies are going to up a little. So we're going to see better efficiencies inside the cylinder walls. You're going to have less friction. You're going to hear less lifter noise. You're going to have easier starts in the winter. There's lots of benefits that come from this tiny little tube.
And what are some of the benefits I'm going to see long term?
Long term, your car's not going to die. It's going to keep going. If you accidentally run out of oil, we do not recommend that. But in some cases, we've had customers come to tell us that they have survived and made it to a shop without oil.
Well, the science is there. They prove it on their website. You can check them out there. It's tribotex.com. It's great for any vehicle, so go and check it out and see what it can do for you. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. But you can bet we're going to do it once again next week, and we hope you join us then, too. In the meantime, if you have a product you want to see featured on our show, email jeff@masterstv.com. We'll get you right here in our studio. From our Dragonfire Tool studio, we'll see you next time. In the meantime, drive safely. See ya.